Hello, welcome to the Opposite Field Outlook. We're gonna put a song here in during the next episode, but we don't actually have a song right now. So, how was your day? How was your day so far? And how was your last week, Neil?
Day so far literally was just dedicated to finding information. I woke up and started writing, and now I'm here. So
there you go.
I can't really say much else than that.
He's
I haven't had much
to his
going on.
craft.
Entire week was fun. Voice is somehow still here after
I know.
a great
I
concert.
can talk.
I didn't expect that. Arms are burnt from watching us lose yesterday, and yeah, it's been a little frustrating of a week watching this whole gym. But my week has been great. AGR concert and a bunch of beach trips. Had a lot of fun. How about you, Drew?
A lot of work, Gotta get on that Mick grind. I've been on it for a little bit. You're either on the Mick decline. Sorry, hold on. Give me a second. You're either on the Mick grind or you're on the Mick decline, and I'm on the Mick grind.
I already
right now.
heard that one.
So yeah.
Didn't you say they were
that's
gonna
my
fire you
catchphrase.
like a week ago?
Oh yeah,
I
but
think
I
you say
showed
that
up,
every week.
and then they're not gonna fire me
Yeah.
because I'm the best player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like on a team and he's like
I'm the best
competing.
player, and there's nothing I can do.
He's
about
part
it.
of the McDonald's family.
That's right.
McDonald's Fantasy League.
Exactly.
You guys should do that. You guys should have a McDonald's fantasy league where everyone is
No,
his performance.
The problem,
to build your
the problem
McDonald's
with that
fantasy
is
league.
everyone leaves in like 2 weeks, so we
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
enough
yeah.
people. So by the time,
That free agency pool would be cycling
idiots
a
are
lot, a lot of the time.
McDonald's. Yeah.
AGR concert was legendary.
Mm-hmm.
5 points. Amphitheater. That was the way to go. Our seats were so bad, but it is okay. It was still fun.
It's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't
You
that.
guys got like nosebleeds or what?
No.
No, that would have been worse.
So the 5 point amphitheater is like, it's like the stage is like inside of a box and only the front is open. So we were way off to the side, so we couldn't
so you
see.
could barely see it.
We could see like the very front of the stage, but a lot of the stuff was happening in the back, and we couldn't really see what was
They
going
didn't
on.
have screens or anything?
They did, but they
They
were weird. Sometimes they didn't show what was going on.
Right,
They were
it
like
wasn't
showing the
perfect.
crowd or whatever, which was kind of lame. Watched a little bit of baseball. I don't think the Angels have been out of town, so I haven't gone to any games, but that's fine. Watched Mike Trout hit a lot of home runs, because that's what he does when he goes to Seattle. Let's begin. Wait, we started on the National League slide. That's fine. That's kind of embarrassing. Whatever. Let's start with the American League, as we always do. We're starting with the weekday series. It kicked off with Baltimore at Toronto. It's the East matchup. A split 4-game series. The series started with an 11-1 victory for the Blue Jays. Alek Manoah, 6 shot, 1 hit. He gets the win. Bradish of the O's surrenders the loss. He has 5 earned. That's rough. A close game in the second game of the series. Orioles coming up on top. Mullins gets the RBI single. Vladdy hits a walk-off RBI single. There was a little controversy about an intentional walk going on in this game. RBI single walks off the game in the 10th inning. In the final game, the Orioles win 10-2. Cedric Mullin, 3 hits. Kevin Gausman gets the loss. Let's move on. White Sox visit Detroit. The White Sox sweep the 3-game set, 9-5, 5-1, 13-0. The Tigers have the worst offensive numbers in baseball. Sousa, Cease, Martin all get wins in that contest. Yoan Moncada gets 6 RBIs, 5 in the last game. Houston visits Dallas. The Astros win 2 of 3. That's 5-3 Rangers, 4-3 Astros, 9-2 Astros. That's all I have for that series. Not a lot of very interesting stuff going on. The Mariners hosted the Twins. The Minnesota takes 2 of 3. 3-2 Twins, 5-0 Seattle, 5-0 Twins. Logan Gilbert, all-star candidate right there. He pitches another gem. The Mariners offense steps up behind him. That's for 1 game. The Rays go play a 3-game in the Bronx. The Yankees sweep them. The Yankees have swept 8 series this season. Seems like there are many more to come. It goes 2-0, 4-2, 2-1. Yankee starting pitching remains elite. Cole, Cortez, just great games from them. Fenway Park hosts the A's for 3. The Red Sox take 2. Now moving on to the weekend series, starting on Friday. The Rays. This one got messed up. That's cool.
No.
Whatever. That's 2 series missing. The Rays, Baltimore series, and the Yankees, Blue Jays series. I will look them up in a second. The Cards visit Boston. Boston takes 2 of 3. Their victories come 6-5 and 6-4. The middle game goes 11-2 in the Cardinals' favor. The Tigers host the Rangers. They split 4. The first 2 go the Rangers' way, 3-1, 7-0. And the last 2 go the Tigers' way, 14-7 and 7-3. That's a lot of runs for the worst offense in the league. Houston hosts the White Sox. They win the outer 2 games. The White Sox win the middle. Giolito and Verlander both take losses in the series. Kansas City goes to Oakland. The Royals take the first. The Royals take the first 2 of 3. That's 5-1 and 2-0. And the A's took the last game 4-0 in what may be the 2 most disappointing teams this season. The Angels visit Seattle for the 3rd place matchup. When Mike Trout shows up in Seattle, he rakes. The Angels take 4 of 5 and sweep a doubleheader. Mike Trout moves into the all-time leader list for home runs hit in T-Mobile Park.
Really?
That's of everybody, including Mariners players. It's the first time a player has ever hit 4 game-winning home runs in a single series.
Was it a 5-game series?
It was a 5-game set.
Damn.
Yeah, kind of a weird little thing going on, but that's what happens sometimes. And looking at the Yankees, it looks like they won 2 of 3 against the Blue Jays. They won 12-3. They won 4-0, and then they lost 10-9. That must have been a good game. Didn't really watch that one because I don't like the Yankees very much.
Nope.
And then the other series that I missed was the Rays series. So let's see what they did. They lost the series to the Orioles in 3. They lost 1-0 the first game, won 7-6 the second game, and won 2-1 the third game. The Orioles are kind of pesky. Like, they're not really in contention, but they win games from teams that are trying to win games.
Right. They make some noise.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. Let's talk standings in the American League.
Let's get into it. The Yankees are not backing down. They are 49-17. They don't want to give up.
Their percentage is 742.
742.
That's unbelievable.
A 143 differential.
They're on the pace to break the record for the season wins.
They are 9 for the last 10. Not slowing down. A good team, who somehow isn't in first, is Toronto Blue Jays. 11 games back. Even though they are 38-28.
That's
gotta feel bad for them. That's a Dodgers moment last year, but I guess they're in our boat now. Yeah, literally 5 for their last 10, so playing okay. Rays right behind them, 36-30, playing pretty decent baseball. 13 games back. They are 3 for their last 10, so not doing too good right now. Red Sox 36-31, got above 500, so that's nice. Little achievement for them, but they are 6 for their last 10. And then we got the Orioles. They are 30-38. 20 games back. Yeah, no chance. 6 for their last 10. So, yeah, this is basically just Yankees and then some other people messing around under them.
Yankees and friends.
Yeah.
Especially with the Orioles. They're just kind of like getting a little slappy with the sticks and then losing every other day. So, yeah, that's just the Yankees. Central. Minnesota Twins are 38-30. What's crazy is that, like, if the Blue Jays were in this division, they'd be winning. And so, like, that's crazy how good the Yankees are. But 559 winning percentage. They are 5 for their last 10. We've got the Guardians, who are over the White Sox, 34-28. They are 1 game back, so looking pretty good, almost at first. They are 8 for their last 10, so they're on a good streak. We've got the White Sox. They are 31-33. Can't seem to get by 500. They're 5 for their last 10. We got the Tigers right behind them, who look god-awful, 26-40. 11 games back, 3 for their last 10. Royals right behind them, 23-42, 13 and a half games back, 5 for their last 10. And then going to the West, we have the Astros, 41-25, 621 winning percentage, looking pretty good. They are 5 for their last 10. Angels are 33-36, so 3 games below 500. They are 9.5 games out, and they are also 5 for their last 10. The Rangers also 5 for their last 10 with a 31-35 record, 470 winning percentage, but they're 10 games out now. The Mariners are 29-39, really disappointing. 13 games back, 3 for their last 10. And the A's, 23-45, 19 games back. Ooh,
that's tough.
They are 3 for their last 10.
They got it, I believe.
Next year.
They're like a cool little minor league team coming up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that basically concludes the AL. It's the Astros, Twins, and Yankees with some Guardian little spice in there trying to take the lead. That's how it's going.
Yeah, I can see the White Sox stepping up. They've been
eventually.
They've been winning some games.
Lynn's back.
Lance Lynn is
Maybe.
back.
Maybe something happens.
Maybe their starting pitching will be good, and maybe they'll stop making
Yeah.
hundreds of errors every single game, and maybe they'll score some runs. I don't know. It's kind of disappointing
Tim
to me.
Anderson should be back today.
It hurts me
Jeez.
that the Royals are in last place, even though the Tigers have the worst offense in the league.
You're
They are
worse than the worst.
They are 30th in hits, 30th in home runs, 30th in stolen bases. It's 30th in doubles, 30th.
Dude, they got some arms. I think that's.
They do have
that's
arms.
Yeah,
what's helping
that's
them out.
that's it.
That's it.
That's
There's
all they
nothing
got.
else. They
The
have
The
arms.
Royals have a
working.
whole lot of nothing.
They have arms. Yep.
Royals
The
almost
Royals,
no hit the
that's
A's.
it. They got it, yeah.
Did they?
Through 6, I think it was.
Oh,
The other day I was listening in on
that's a decent amount of innings.
the game, yeah. That guy was 0-8, that starter. No hitting the A's through 6.
No hitters, man. They're weird. Alright, let's get into the other side of baseball.
That's right.
What's going on over there?
All right, so in the National League. Oh, yeah.
We got to go back to the National
That's
League.
right.
I know we were already on this slide.
Go back.
But,
Back to the past. So we got the Mets. They had a weak homestand. They won a 3-game series versus the Brewers in Queens. They won that one 2-1. They won a 3-game series versus the Marlins in New York, 2-1. Bassett won 8 innings, 3 hits versus Milwaukee. Taiwan Walker played really well, and the pitchers and the hitters are really doing well. So really clicking offensively for the Mets, and they're doing their things. Now we have the Braves. They swept a 3-game series in DC, 3-0. There was a 3-game set at Wrigley, 2-1. Strider had 11 Ks versus Washington. Morton was strong against the Cubs. Swanson, Riley, and Harris are all doing their stuff. They're 16-14 in the last 20 and 8-2 in the last 10. And Albies breaks his foot. He had a successful surgery a few days ago. He'll be on the 60-day IL, so he'll be gone for a little while.
Ooh,
Now we have the Phils, the fighting Phils. They won a 3-game series versus Miami in Philly, 2-1. They won a 5-game set in DC, 4-1. 4-game set with a doubleheader. Hoskins, Bohm, Schwarber all playing well. They're 13-3 since firing Girardi, and they're super hot. So maybe firing him was the right move. Now we go to the Marlins. They lose a 3-game set in Philly, 2-1. They lose a 3-game set in Queens versus the Mets, 2-1. Sandy Alcantara, I don't know how you say his name. I think that's how you say it.
Close enough.
He's arguably one of the best pitchers in baseball right now.
Mhm.
1.72 ERA. I think him and Musgrove are the 1-2 pitchers in baseball right now for ERA.
Yep.
And Gerard Encarnacion hit a grand slam in his debut on Sunday against the Mets. So, a couple prospects could be interesting to watch. Now we got the Nats. They get swept in Atlanta, 3-0, and they lose a 5-game set versus the Phillies, 4-1. And Josh Bell has been really hot this week. 4 home runs in the Phillies series. Other than that, nothing. So, congrats to all you Nats fans. Now we got the Cardinals. They won a 4-game series in St. Louis against the Pirates, 3-1. Lose a 3-game set in Boston, 2-1. Goldschmidt has been really hot against Pittsburgh. He's going to be my player of the week against for the National League, so he's been really hot. Brendan Donovan and Arenado are all heating up. And Michaelis was a strike away from a no-hitter. Pitching was really good this week, to say the least. And Jack Flaherty made his debut. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. So, really clicking for them. For the Brewers, they lose a 3-game set in Queens, 2-1. They swept the Reds in Cincy, 3-0. Adames and Renfroe are getting strong. Burns, Jason Alexander, he won his first major league start versus Cincinnati. And they're 5-5 in the last 10. And they have a 4-game series in Milwaukee starting today. So, tune into that because that's going to be entertaining. And for the Pirates, they lost a 4-game set in St. Louis, 3-1. There's a 3-game series versus the Giants in Pittsburgh, 2-1. Reynolds is hot. Jack Sawinski, however you say that name, he had 3 home runs yesterday. They're really playing. They're not playing too well, but they brought up O'Neal Cruz, the number 3 ranked prospect in their system. He's a shortstop, so we'll see what happens with them. Maybe he can develop into something. And we got the Cubs. The Cubs get swept versus the Padres in Chicago's a 4-game set. They got swept in all 4 of those games. And they beat the They beat the Braves in a 3-game set, 2-1. So Braves were hot, and the Cubs said, who cares? And they beat them there. So Contreras has been really hot. Christopher Morel, I think he's in the Rookie of the Year race so far. The pitching has been solid, but not very solid for them because they allowed 41 runs against San Diego, so not too hot. And for the Reds, they won a 3-game series at Arizona, 2-1. They get swept by the Brewers in Cincinnati, 3-0. Maley's been hot. Other than that, nothing. So Reds are not very good right now. And for the Dodgers, they sweep the Angels in the Freeway Series, 2-0. They lose a 3-game set versus the Indians in LA, 2-1. So offense has been inconsistent. Kimbrel blows another game. Feels like every single day he's been blowing games for them. But their offense has been better as of late. Trey Turner's been doing his thing. But other than that, Mookie Betts heads to the IL, cracked rib. He's going to be out for about 2 weeks. So maybe some right-handed batters are going to come up for the Dodgers. And for the Padres, they sweep the Cubs in Chicago, 4-0. But they get swept by the Rockies in Coors Field, 3-0. They explode in the series against the Cubs, 41 run scores. Machado, Cronenworth, Voigt all doing their stuff. Darvish and Musgrove playing well. Nearly lose Machado. It was a scary leg sprain if you watch the video.
Looked like it broke.
It did, yeah. But the x-rays come back negative. It's going to be day-to-day. So they dodge a bullet there, thankfully. And for the Giants, they win a 3-game set versus the Royals in San Francisco, 2-1. And they win a 3-game series in Pittsburgh, 2-1. Hitters are playing well. It's really a team effort, and the pitchers are doing well. Logan Webb rebounded against Kansas City. Rodon pitched great against the Pirates. And they're 7-3 in the last 10, and they just signed Yermin Mercedes. So got to tune into that. And for the D-backs, they lose a 3-game series versus the Reds in Arizona, 2-1. They win a 3-game series versus the Twins in Arizona, 2-1. Christian Walker's been hot. Luke Lowe slugs 2 home runs against the Twins. Other than that, not too much there. For the Rockies, they get swept by the Indians in Coors Field, 3-0. But they sweep the Padres at home, so they went 3-3 in that week there. Crone has been really hot. Blackman has been strong. And the relievers have been strong, really strong for the Rockies, but the starters have been meh. And they're 5-5 in the last 10. And it's a tough division to be in. So, yeah, that's the National League for the week.
Greg Kimbrel is awful.
Yeah. Hot garbage. This guy doesn't know how to throw a baseball.
Let's break it
But
down.
it's whatever.
We got the Mets dominating the league. They're 45 wins. I'm pretty sure that's most in the NL right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are 7 for their last 10. That's looking pretty good. The Braves right behind them though, 6 games out, 30-29. They are 8 for their last 10. The Phillies behind them are 36-32. They are 3 for their last 10.
That's right.
Looking really good by Girardi. The Marlins are 29-36 though. They are 46 is their winning percentage and 4 for their last 10. And then the Nationals are 24-46. They're 21 and a half games out and 2 of their last 10. Team's over. I already said that. The Cardinals are 38-30. They have a .559 winning percentage and 6 for their last 10. The Brewers right behind them, tying them with same record, 38-30, and they are 5 for their last 10, so scuffling a bit. Pirates 26-39, 10.5 games out, 2 for their last 10, and the Cubs are 25-41, 12 games out, also 2 for their last 10, and the Reds are 23-43, 14 games out, 3 for their last 10. So yeah, don't look at the bottom of the Central. It's tough to watch. The Dodgers are 40-25, which I believe second best record in the NL. 5 for their last 10. Padres are right behind them, 41-27, a half a game out. 5 for their last 10. The Giants are 37-28, 3 games out. 7 for the last 10, and then the Diamondbacks 32-36, 9.5 games out. 5 for the last 10, and then the Rockies 30-37, 11 games out. And they're also 5 for their last 10. So that's the bottom. And that concludes the NL. That's how it's going right now.
So they brought up O'Neal Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing that thing that I kind of liked where every time he hit a home run and he went around second, he'd like check his watch. Like, oh, is it time for me to come up? Yeah, it's this time.
O'Neal time.
He's 6'7", by the way.
Now he's
That's
playing
a
for the
short
Pirates.
start.
That's tough.
Which is insane.
That's a little jumbo sized, not gonna lie.
I don't know how. I think Judge is like 6'8" or something.
6'7", 6'8".
6'7", so yeah. Scary.
Dang. Those guys
Might
are
be
tall.
something though.
That's crazy right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some big sellers on this list for the trade deadline coming up in a little more than a month.
Yeah.
It's the 31st, so
About.
a month and 10 days.
It's coming up.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking at the Angels. I want them to buy some middle infield help.
Please trade one.
Dude, yeah.
Get rid of him.
He's been struggling. Juan
Yeah,
Soto.
but your team's 24
But,
and 46.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, they need to.
Mhm.
can it, dude.
Exactly.
Whatever. Might not happen.
Let's talk about the Braves. This is
Alright.
Andrew's topic,
Let's
right?
do that. So
Yes,
the
sir.
Braves, they're
Talk about
14-6 in the last 20. They won 10 straight prior to the Cubs series, so that's something. Their offense is clicking. Dansby Swanson has been playing really well. Stepped up
noticed.
from the beginning of the season. Austin Riley's been slugging well. I think he's had a couple home runs these past few days. Matt Olson has been getting back. Everyone on the team doing their part. Also, William Contreras has been playing really well. Wilson Contreras' brother. Pitching, Strider, Fried, Anderson, they're all getting back to that. And they're only in second place, 5.5 back. So, Braves are really clicking and showing maybe that this World Series wasn't a fluke because they're really doing their stuff.
Mm-hmm. They're clicking.
For sure.
Yeah, I liked covering when I covered the NL last week. It was fun to watch. They were like on a tear.
Yeah,
Well,
The entire NL.
How far were they
is still on a
back
tear, but
last time?
it was a lot.
It
The
was
Mets were just
pretty
winning and winning and
down.
winning. It was a
I
lot.
mean, back here, Braves are 19 and 22 back in like May 22nd,
Which is 8 games back.
and they're like 463 winning percentage. Yeah,
And now they're 5.5.
And now they're 6 games out, but they have a 567 winning percentage.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Very cool.
compared to the beginning of the season, that's not loading. But compared to the beginning of the season, this is a different team. So
For sure,
definitely.
yeah.
I think just all the players picked it up
We were all
in
saying
terms of offense.
the Braves were choking and they weren't going to make it back to the World Series. Oh, it was just a fluke last year.
Yeah,
Definitely
That's what I'm saying.
not.
They just need time.
But I don't know. My
Same
Mets.
thing that happened
I
last
called the
year,
Mets to figure it out this year. So
I called the Mets to have a mid-season collapse. There's plenty of time left.
I don't think it'll happen.
All we need is someone
This
to close
team
the
is
hotel door.
Really,
on
really,
that great-
really
You
good
need,
team.
you need like 3 dogs to bite Max Scherzer's hand, and then like DeGrom
Mailman
to just,
moment.
Oh
like,
my god,
keep
that was
sitting
so
around.
funny.
Yeah.
Like, check the news and it's like, oh, Max Scherzer got bit by his dog. It's non-story. 'cause
My
it's
dog
like,
has rabies. I don't know,
Gone
man.
wrong. I mean, in my opinion, this team's really good, and they're missing like
yeah,
aces, so I don't see a collapse.
DeGrom's gonna come back for like 2 weeks and then he's gonna go back on IL. That's just what.
Yes, but the team will still stay hot. in my opinion.
Yep.
Seems good. I'm calling it.
For sure.
What's the
I was
Marlins run
looking.
differential since you have the standings right there?
Huh?
What's
The
the
run
Marlins run differential?
Marlins right there. 13.
So they should be winning, but they're not.
No.
That's cool.
Underperform.
They're
Offense. No bueno.
It's just the
Wow,
offense. The
yeah.
pitching has been good.
Look at the lineup.
well, even they have
Dodgers-
a positive run differential. Teams with a positive run differential are usually, like they should be.
They should be.
Yeah,
But if you look at the lineup,
there's the thing called the. Let me find the Pythagorean win-loss for the Marlins. It's this thing. They just take the run differential and they use it to
I
see
think you
how
mean the quadratic.
No, yeah,
formula
the
for
quadratic
run
the
differential.
quadratic run differential. I don't know where it is right now, but I looked at it the other day and it said they should be over 500.
They just
No,
have
they should be.
that team just has a bunch of veterans and then Jazz Chisholm. That's it.
Jazz Chisholm should they should sell Jazz Chisholm.
They better because
Or build around him.
or that because
They really should build around him, but like I want to see Jazz Chisholm move because that would be really good entertainment for me.
I like him
So-
where he is. It's just they keep sucking, so might as
Could
well
you
move
see
him
Jazz
at that
Chisholm on the Astros?
No,
No.
mm-mm.
Okay.
point.
He's not an Astros kind of
No.
player. He'd have to go to one of those teams.
Like the White Sox.
I could see him on the White
I
Sox.
could, but like they won't.
I
do
think
that.
he's gonna go to the if he gets traded the AL. I think that's gonna be it.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's
wouldn't
possible.
go to a team like the Yankees because
No.
they have that like. They yell at people who are too. Like you have to
Mhm.
shave your face
Exactly.
and you can't dye your hair and all of that stuff. So he probably wouldn't go somewhere like that.
Toronto
He could go to Toronto. I don't know. I don't think they need any help.
offensively, yeah. Who's their shortstop for the Blue Jays?
The Blue Jays.
Is it not
Bichette.
Isn't
That's-
it
no.
Bichette. Bichette's been slacking a little bit. He's on my fantasy team, and oh my
nice.
god, he's getting no points. And I can't drop him.
Or Minnesota.
That sucks.
Minnesota could work too. Actually, just kidding.
Minnesota?
Nah, they just bought Correa. They're not going
Yeah.
to bring someone else in for that.
Maybe Philly.
Philly,
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that
because
would
they
be
need
fun.
middle.
fun.
They need middle infield help.
Right. That'd
Yeah,
be fun.
I think so. Yeah.
That's my take.
I think the Angels
Phillies.
should shell
I
out
think you should go
big
to
bucks for Jazz Chisholm. I think
Dude,
we should
that
do.
too.
Totally.
do another-
You know,
I could see
like
the
that.
Angels signing him, but like
Phillies is my
a
fun take,
20-year,
but
That's
$80
a
million
good take.
deal.
I would love to see the Angels have. I'm okay with that. I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, I wouldn't approve of that deal. It would be fun, but like we'd just be in hell
Hey,
again.
what was I saying? Anthony Rendon for.
Who
Jazz
says
Chisholm
no?
The other
They
day.
went on for Jazz
Let's do it.
Chisholm. Yeah, right.
Trade a player on the field for someone who's not even
Exactly.
there.
Let's give him. What's our top prospect right now? I guess Reed Detmers is still our top
Who's the
prospect.
top prospect?
He was our top prospect, and then we brought
And
him up
has a
this
no-hitter.
year. Yeah, he threw no hitter. His ERA is like 4 though, so I don't.
What other discussions we got?
That's it for the general stuff.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, guys. We'll be right back.
Jack has it back.
We're back, everybody. I think. Yep, the clock is going up, so we're good. We're gonna talk about Lorenzo Cain.
That's right. we
He's
will.
gone.
Bye bye.
So, hold on. Give me 1
He
second.
was holding them back.
Lorenzo Cain. So the Brewers DFA Lorenzo Cain. He's hitting 179, 1 home run, 231 on base percentage,
That's
234 slugging, and a 465 OPS. Those are all career worsts. And he has a negative .4 WAR.
It's an
And
Albert Pujols moment.
Right now, he is
Kidding.
36 years old. This is his final year of his contract, 5 years, $80 million in 2018. He has an $18 million contract, and he just hit 10 years of MLB service time. And he can be picked up by any team, but this slump might mean something more. So potentially this could be it for him. But he was a very dangerous hitter. I don't know if he is
correct
now,
yourself.
He's
So.
definitely not anymore.
He's
for sure.
a very easy hitter.
Hmm
I'd say.
Easy out.
Yeah. I don't know. He's kind of gone. I think
He's
he's gone,
time
and
is up.
his years are gone.
A lot of his stuff was his speed. I was a big fan of the Royals. I like the Royals. I like watching them. Apparently, I can't be a fan of 2 teams. That was a discussion
already
we had
explained this.
previously. You cannot be a fan of 2 teams. But I like the Royals. I watched their whole World Series run in 2014 and 2015. And he was a menace. He could like catch a ball on the left field foul line from center field. It's just that fast. So a lot of his extra base hits shouldn't have been extra base hits. He just runs around the bases really quick. And as you get older, you slow down unless you're Mike Trout. Then you have an all-time top sprint speed. But it's kind of sad to see a guy that I really enjoyed watching kind of fall off, get old.
Yeah. Hey, careers end. You know.
That's right.
That's
Enjoy
what
the
happens.
moments. Now they're over. Oh well.
This is
Oh,
like the
yeah.
first of that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
After being in baseball, like this is the first player that I've watched him like have his come to his prime, and then fall off. So
Yeah, I'm noticing that with JT.
Yep.
Things
Yep,
are coming to an end
exactly.
after a guy I've kind of like grown up watching. So kind of sucks to watch, but
maybe
people
he
on the
goes
way out.
back. Maybe he clears waivers and then he goes back to the minors and then he
Figures it
gets
out.
good again. He figures it out
As a
and then he hits again.
40-year-old.
Yeah, not
We'll
gonna
see,
happen.
yeah.
But that would be cool.
That'd be a miracle story. There'd be a movie after that.
The Lorenzo Cain movies.
The man who reinvented
Takes the Brewers
himself.
to the World Series next season.
Yeah.
You want to talk
We're
about
clean.
Garcia?
Yeah, Yermin Mercedes, but yeah,
Oh,
same thing.
Yeah, who's Garcia?
did I look someone up?
You might have.
Wait.
You just combined two
Yermin
people.
Garcia.
Oh
sounds
my
like,
God.
Who's Yermin Garcia?
I had someone else on my mind. I was writing the.
Sounds like
I was writing
MLB
this
Show
computer is so
computer
slow.
player.
This computer is so slow. So while I was waiting for this to like was editing the text or whatever, and then I was doing my recap and I was writing about the Astros pitcher guy. Garcia, and so I just
Luis
wrote
Garcia.
Garcia. Yeah.
Yermin Garcia.
It's Yermin Garcia. We're just gonna.
I don't
It's
think
like
he's
Yermin
even.
Garcia.
I don't think that's even a player.
No.
It's like in MLB The Show, and they take some
Joe Randall.
player's first name and their last
Exactly.
name.
Like, don't you like Cody
Steve
Kane,
Kershaw or
dude? Yeah.
something.
Exactly.
Yermin Garcia is 60 years old.
What?
I think he's gonna be good.
He lives in LA.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, let's get him on the podcast, dude. Let's get him here.
Bring him on. Guest appearance.
Dude, he just got sent to the Giants, dude.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
A
Talk
60-year-old.
about that.
That's fun.
He's
Is
on
that
the
like the
Giants.
record? That's gotta be the record, right?
60-year-old.
I wonder what the oldest MLB player ever was. There we go.
All right.
Oh, that guy. I know that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What happened to
Definitely
him?
rings a bell. So the Giants claim Yermin Mercedes off waivers. Last year he was named AL Rookie of the Month. In April he batted .415 with 5 home runs, and in May and June he hit .196, and he's been in the minors, the White Sox minor system since. He had surgery in March. I don't know which surgery, but he had surgery, and then he hit .230, .376 OPS with .425 slugging. So definitely brought it back up again. I think it could be something. Giants usually find a lot of trash players and they bring them back. We saw last year. I don't know. I think that's just fire on Zaidi's philosophy. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and could be for sure another one. He plays catcher, and the Giants already have Joey Bart as a catcher, so I don't know. Maybe a backup catcher or DH, but yeah, definitely could be something. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that they don't really have like an established catcher.
Yeah.
Might as well try some options. I
For
don't know,
sure.
something like that.
Is that Yermin Garcia?
No.
Just gonna say.
Since we were talking about him being 60, I looked up the oldest MLB player ever. The
Mm.
oldest person to ever play in the MLB was 59 years old.
Basically 60.
Basically
Yeah.
60.
Their last professional game, which was not in the MLB, it was in the Carolina League. It's minor league baseball.
Okay.
He was 2 weeks shy of being 60. But
He was 60.
Probably
his last major league game was when he was 59.
I think he had his
And,
grandkids in attendance.
Was he a pitcher?
I would assume he was.
Right.
Yeah, he
It's
was.
hard to not.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
hard to be that
pitcher if
old
you're
and
gonna
like
be
do
old.
something athletic.
He's
Okay.
just slugging. He's a Hall of Famer, right?
He's slugging home.
Is he actually?
He is in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
There you go.
Probably for age.
Yeah. Congrats, you
But I
broke the
think I know
record.
that guy. So.
2 times MLB All-Star, 6 times Negro League All-Star, World Series champion, Negro World Series champion, Triple Crown.
One Triple Crown.
Ooh.
Cleveland
Yeah,
Guardians.
so he's in the Hall of Fame for more than just being ancient. But
Congrats, you did it.
Good job, man. Proud of you.
Yep.
that's pretty impressive. Is that
That's it.
that's
yep.
the end of that topic? Okay, we're moving on to the Relvas rankings are after this,
For sure.
just so that you know.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna talk about what's gone wrong. Too much has gone wrong so far.
That's right.
So let's get into it. What went right? The Freeway Series. Let's get into that. We're gonna start with Game 1. This series was a sweep. Check with me. We'll get into the recap right now. Tony Gonsolin, he went 6 1/3 innings. They were scoreless, so looking really good. Scoring really started with a Freeman walk, Trey infield hit, and then Smith and JT were walked, drove in a run. You know, a lot of
Okay,
complicated
I
things
have
going
some
on.
beef with big man Noah over that
Oh,
one.
do you?
I do. I have some serious
I
beef.
understand why.
So, the Trey Turner infield single shouldn't have been an infield single. It only was because he's the second fastest player in MLB.
Yeah.
Which is fine, whatever. And then he walked Smith, so now the bases are loaded, and then he pitched around Justin Turner. Like, he literally didn't throw him a strike.
Mm-hmm.
I think the count got to 3-1 at some point, but it was a waste pitch he threw that JT swung at. So, I don't know. JT's not known for being a legendary hitter at this time.
No.
Right
So
now,
why are we
yeah.
pitching around JT when the bases are loaded? Just throw him strikes, man.
You should go ask Noah that question.
I don't know. I was unbelievably mad. I was swimming in the pool and I was watching this and I'm like, bro, we're pitching around Justin Turner. What's going on?
Yeah, that must have been frustrating. I enjoyed it because finally a run scored. Betts collected his 17th homer, and that pretty much ended the day for everyone. Kimbrel loaded the bases, got everyone's hopes up, then struck him out. So he kind of made people feel like there was hope, just to kind of take it away. Kind of funny. Some notables. Gonsolin lowered his ERA to 1.42. He is 8-0 on the season. He got 6 Ks. Right there.
Did he strike out the side? I thought Max Stassi grounded into a double play.
I don't think oh, he might not have struck out the side. I think there was an out before he loaded the bases or something. Then he loaded the bases.
Okay.
Then there
I was just
droughts.
curious.
I don't know. I don't even know if I read that out loud. Angels, they went 0-10 after this game on the road. And they were scoreless in their last 17 innings after
And then we went
this
to
game
Seattle
finished.
and redeemed ourselves.
Yeah,
so
things
it's okay.
changed. But just to give you context on what's going on right now.
Kill myself.
The Angels dropped 17 of their last 19 after this game.
Good job.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. That became 18 of their last 20 after this game. Game 2, 4-1 Dodgers. Recap: Tyler Anderson, an 8 1/3 inning no. He only walked 2. The scoring starts. Will Smith hit a 3-run bomb, and then Mike Trout robbed CT3 for some little extra stuff. But that's all the Angels really got for the entire day because Trey goes yard. And then in the 9th, with Tyler Anderson at like 119 pitches or something, Ohtani, I think, triples or doubles.
Unbelievable.
Can't believe the guy can't do something like that. Unwritten rule. And then Kimbrel gives up that run on base and then eventually closes it out.
Wait,
So-
what? He gets paid the hit though.
What?
Ohtani.
Yeah.
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 You break up
No.
the no hitter if you can.
You're
Yeah.
like 0 for 3 on
Okay,
the day
we're on
with
the same
like
page.
2 strikeouts.
Did you not hear my sarcasm?
And then
Oh,
you
I couldn't
go-
tell it was sarcasm.
I don't believe in
I
unwritten
thought- I
rules.
thought
I don't
you
know
were-
how old you think I am, but I
thought
don't
you
believe
were,
in
I thought
unwritten
you were
rules.
like Tony La Russa there. For
No,
a
I
second.
was upset. It was like, it's whatever. What am I going to do about it?
Thank God we didn't get no hit. I never would have heard the end of it, man.
I really wanted that.
Tyler
But it is
Anderson.
what it is. Tyler Anderson. He'll just do it again later. Don't worry.
Okay, so obviously Tyler Anderson was dealing, right?
Oh, yeah. That
I
changeup.
saw some of the worst at-bats I've ever seen out of the Angels hitters.
Yeah.
Not because Tyler Anderson was dealing, but because we've just been having worse and worse at-bats every single game. I watch every single game, and there's like a curveball that bounces like 20 feet in front of the plate, and then like Andrew Velasquez swings at it and misses, and it's like, okay, buddy, sure.
And man, most no-hitters are just taking advantage of the shitty teams at the time.
That's
So
right.
Yeah,
That's just kind of
that's
how it is
big
right
facts.
now. So, that's kind of how it went. That sums it up. Just pretty much dominance. Quote-unquote dominance by Jack.
It actually
It
was
was
pretty dominant.
dominant.
It was pretty
That
dominant,
changeup
but there were a
was
few
amazing.
at-bats that the Angels hitters threw in the trash.
Yeah. So, it was fun to watch. But moving on, that's kind of.
I was in Kansas. I
happened.
watched the no-hitter get broke up at like a little past midnight.
Mm.
Then I woke up at 8 to go to orientation.
Right.
It's tough.
Sounds fun. That's great. Love that. Guardians. Guardians come home. The Dodgers dropped 2 of 3. Game 1 was a 2-1 loss against the Guardians.
Oh, that was painful.
We got a belly bomb that Tony Gonsolin called. That was pretty cool.
What?
Mm-hmm. He had like the headset.
He called it right before. And then Bellinger came into the dugout and said, "You call every time I'm at bat." So I love that counts. But sadly, that was kind of like the only run scored. Gershaw, he went 5 innings with 4 strikeouts, only allowed a run. And then Evan Phillips came in and didn't really
Do your
want to
job.
win, so he blew it. Some notables. Apple TV, man. I'm at the gym, and I hear these commentators talking about how good Kershaw is, and one of them says his curveball is an Invisa pitch.
What?
What else did
I'm
they say?
getting
They said
really.
some other wacky
I'm
stuff.
getting
What were
really
we
done with
texting
Apple
about?
TV.
Everyone said that.
I can't believe
I haven't
these
seen any
Angels
of the
people.
games.
Oh
but,
my
like,
God, they're
these
horrendous.
clips,
so
I've just
bad.
heard that these clips are awful.
I
Like,
want to pull up
What's
the.
the Invisa pitch?
I watched like the first intro. It was so awkward. Like the guy who was like interviewing, he was like left and right. I'm like, okay. And then
These literally
like,
aren't sports
what?
broadcasters. These are
Like,
randos.
do you watch baseball? Probably not.
They're literally nobodies. It's
Mhm.
so annoying to listen to this. I don't know what an Invisa
Actually
pitch is.
hilarious. I'm gonna pull up what we were. What did they say? That's when I okay. 3 fans, Invisa pitch. Legendary play by Clayton Kershaw. Didn't even react. Wow, that's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't want to watch another Apple TV game. God, it's awful.
We got one next week.
Is it free or no?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I should
Until-
start watching them.
Till the All-Star break.
Okay, we got a couple more games.
Game 2, the last win up until we're talking right now. Game 2 was a 7-1 win for the Dodgers. Max Muncy's error allowed a run.
He's had a few of those.
He is.
Just a few.
I'm not high on him right now. Not fun to watch. Urias, though, goes 6 innings and fans 6 batters. Trey Turner hits a 2-run bomb. JT splits the gap, drives in another run, and Gavin Lux had an RBI double right after that. And some other errors tossed around to score some extra runs. Some notables, I guess some side projects. Sandy Koufax statue unveiled. That's pretty cool. You can go see that at your local Dodger Stadium. Game 3 was a 5-3 loss. I hated watching this. Although Heaney, he's back. He gave up 2 runs in 5 innings, fanned 7. That's pretty good. Gavin Lux RBI double. Freddie Freeman had a solo homer, but Gonzalez answers back with another solo. Bieber had 9 Ks in 6 1/3 innings.
Yikes.
There's a throwing error that scored Alvarez, so that gave the Dodgers the, I believe, 3-2 lead.
Oh, yeah.
And then Hudson goes in and wants to tie it, so that's cool. Game's tied. Then Kimbrel goes in and wants to blow it, so that's cool. And then he just loads the bases, gives up 2 runs.
On Father's Day, too? How can you do that?
So that was a great game to watch. I'm happy I went. I got sunburnt for that.
Were people booing? They had to
No,
be, right?
I booed Alvarez, I think, when he came up to play after, his 5 billionth error in right field. That was annoying. I remember watching, it was inning 1, he's like, do-do-do. He's opening his glove, and the ball goes in, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then he closes it, and the ball just falls right in front. I'm like, what are you... No, you're getting... Dude, that guy, freaking... I don't know, man. This team ain't working. There's just so many frustrating moments. So that sums up the games for now.
This guy's 32.
Basically 3 wins out of the past 5 games. So, I mean, technically it's fine, but it didn't look fine when I was watching it. Injury report. Mookie Betts is on the 10-day IL out for about 2 weeks. Fractured rib after he collided with Bellinger a little bit ago. Andrew Heaney, he comes back after finishing his rehab assignment. We already talked about how he did. Did pretty good. Who's hot right now? Freddie. Average 308, slug 419, and 577. 419 on base and then 577 slug. For the last 26. And Trey Turner, 300, 323, and 533.9 for the last 30. Really not liking these knots. Max Muncy, 136 batting average, 321 on base, so he's walking, but a 136 slugging, and then 3 for his last 22. And JT is 154, 241, and 192, 4 for his last 26. He's looking old. Cody has 9 Ks in his last 28 at-bats.
He's turning a corner.
So I don't care what you think his slug is. He's on the bench a lot, even if he's in the lineup, so that's not fun. This team's a little frustrating right now, not going to lie. These bats are hard to watch. Looking at some stats, 270 K percentage right now on the year, and last year was 258, so definitely higher. They are tied for 25th worst in runs scored this week. So
this week?
Yeah.
That's
the last time
weird.
we've talked in these past 5
I
months.
think Padres are the number 1.
So since we last talked,
they had a bunch.
We're tied for 5th worst in run scoring.
That's
so.
tough.
But we got 3 wins. So
exactly, which is explained by how we have the lowest ERA in the past week out of all teams.
Money.
So, the pitching is carrying, and then the bats are going to bed for a few hours. We have a 220 batting average and a 299 on base percentage. That's just kind of crap. You need to get on base more often. So the hitting is just awful. I mean, we need more runs. 25th, tied for 25th worst.
That's
I
tough.
hate that. So
maybe Trace Thompson can spark something.
Yeah, he puts back at 1. We'll see. But these bats are just god awful to watch. So many strikeouts. I just saw Shane Bieber fan 6 in a row when I was at that game. It's just frustrating.
I read somewhere that he should be dropped off. That Sunday game.
Yeah,
he should be dropped off to us.
They should have just left him there at daycare, and the
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers would have taken care of Shane Bieber.
Take him off your hands for free.
Put him in that starting rotation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This team's not fun to watch right now, in my opinion. But we're making do.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
It kind of
very
sums
fun.
it up. Yeah, it's not fun. So we'll see what happens as they come around right now. and face some more team. I don't know who they're facing right now.
They're playing the Reds right now. I think it's in. So they play the Reds this week in Cincinnati, 3-game set, and then I think they play
That's right.
the Rockies. I think.
Do that?
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't checked.
Okay.
What are your Relvas?
Whoa,
that right
whoa,
now.
whoa.
It's not gonna. Yeah, they play the
You
play
said
the Braves.
it was after.
So the Reds and the
I
Braves.
said it was after we do the recaps for
You
the
never
team.
mentioned
Let's
that.
not
but
get
okay.
ahead of
You
ourselves
said
here.
after this, and you pointed at Dodgers recap. So I was like, oh,
I
cool.
meant the two whatevers.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk Angels baseball with a series sweep of the Royals. Very possible, by the way. The Royals are literally the worst team in baseball. The Angels can move to 500. That would be huge, because then we
How
wouldn't.
the mighty have fallen, man.
It's awful.
They're
It
like
makes
an
me
80%
suffer.
playoff
Makes me suffer.
percentage.
Let me just get a quick
Yeah, let's see this.
what was it? Here, some scripts. Let's just get a quick look at what life was like back then for them. 26 and 17.
26 and 17.
1.5
Got a
back.
4,
What
yeah.
about 4 doesn't load for some reason. Oh no, they're here now. Yeah, how was life back then? You know. Oh, this is just
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's
Life was
tough.
probably a lot better considering I see a 26 and 17 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Mike Trout was
that's
second
nice.
on the home run leaderboard. He is second on the home run leaderboard. He's catching up to Aaron Judge, especially after the Seattle series. Angels starting pitching, looking good, above league average, except in losses. But losses are kind of an irrelevant stat because you have to rely on your offense for that one. It's kind of tough watching the bullpen still. They're doing a little better. Second most blown saves in MLB, however. So, like, the last week they've been looking
Closing those
okay.
games.
There's not really
They don't
a
have a
guy.
guy.
There's
They
not
have
a
noodle
guy.
arms closing the game.
We
They
have
do it.
we have Raisel Iglesias, and he's really enjoying his time sitting on the bench and not playing in games. And I don't know why. If signed him for 3 years. Let's put the man out there. He does not have a negative WAR, unlike some of these guys that we're using to close games. So let's talk about the guys that the Angels regularly start that are worse than league average. Aaron Loop, minus .8 WAR. He's been pitching a lot. Juan Lagares, he's been playing a lot. He's at minus .7 WAR. Tyler Wade is our starting third baseman. He's at minus .5 WAR.
It's a nice salary right there.
Joe Adele, he's in the minors right now, but he's been getting some starts here and there out in right field or left field, depending on where we're feeling like for the day. He's at minus .4 WAR. Honestly, don't have a problem with that. He was in a slump at the beginning of the season, and then he came up and he was hitting really well. So whatever, he just needs more games. He doesn't have that many.
Sure.
Luis Rengifo, our starting second baseman, minus .3 WAR. This is all Baseball Reference WAR, by the way. Oliver Ortega, he just got sent down, but he was one of our main guys in the pen. He's at minus .2 WAR, and Archie Bradley is at minus .1 WAR, and he gets $3 million this year, almost $4 million this year. So really, I'm super angry that we bought a lot of middle infielders and they all suck. Andrew Velasquez has positive WAR, but his batting average is less than 175. Like, I'm actually in hell.
Weird stuff going on there, man.
So our offense doesn't hit, and we have Andrew Velasquez playing, and his batting average right now is 171. He has 4 home runs though, so that's kind of
That's the entire batting average.
Yeah,
4 home
literally.
runs.
yeah. He's hit like 2 doubles, I think. But
It's a positive WAR though, so.
he makes really nice plays at defense, but it's really not that we're not struggling as much on that side of the ball, so it's not super worth having him around. It's a little tough to watch these games where we're like bases loaded, 1 out, and then Tyler Wade comes up and he just swings at a pitch way outside the zone and strikes out, and then Velasquez is up and it's like, great, we're not going to pinch hit for Velasquez because our managers are clowns. And we don't pinch hit for Velasquez and then we lose the game. That's that. That's the Angels recap. It's a lot of positive, happy thoughts going on.
Yeah, that sounds so positive.
Really, I'm hoping for a series sweep, and then maybe I can be happy if we get back to 500. I don't
I'm
know.
really confused on what happened.
Yeah, at least we won yesterday. I have a board over there. It's days since the Angels last won. It's at 0 right now because we won yesterday.
Days since the last accident happened.
And Baseball Reference, days since
much,
last incident. Days since last blown save. Maybe I'll put that up there.
Yeah, that's a good start.
We gotta keep
That's a good
track
start.
of that one.
It's tough out here in Anaheim, not LA. No one likes the LA. Did you know that since Anaheim has been removed since from the Angels names, they haven't had a winning season?
Really?
You told me.
Coincidence?
I think not, bro. It's a curse right here. The Relvas Rankings begin
here we
right
go.
now.
They
We'll have a
debut.
theme song for this one too.
Yeah.
We'll think of
Relvas
one.
Rankings.
I'm pretty good at rapping, so we can try and film that one. So, Relvas Rankings. The hitters. Abreu is hot. Mountcastle's hot. Moncada. JD Martinez, DJ LeMahieu, Eric Haas on the Tigers, and Gleyber Torres were all hot in the American League. And in the National League, Paul Goldschmidt was really hot this week. Machado was good. Schwarber, Josh Bell, Tyler O'Neill, Jack Suwinski they were all the hot guys in the league for the National League. And my hitter of the week for the American League, Ryan Mountcastle. He had a hit for every game this week. He had 6 games, and he had a hit in all of those games. 11 hits, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and 4 multi-hit games out of 6. So, really great stuff for him. And in the National League, Paul Goldschmidt, he had a hit every game this week as well. 6 games, 13 hits, 2 doubles, 4 home runs. He had a really good series against the Pirates, and 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 multi-hit games. So, really clicking for the Cards, and they're doing their stuff so far. And for the pitchers, this was a really good week for the National League, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was really tough for me to decide, but gotta make the hard choices.
We should send them trophies when they win.
We should.
It's
Verlander was hot. Wait, no, that's last week. Sorry, my bad. My
yeah,
bad.
he lost.
Yeah,
so,
not Verlander. Alek Manoah was hot. Pivetta was really hot. Luis Garcia, Bo Brisk on the Tigers. We were making fun of his name last week. Was playing well. Robbie Ray was pitching well. Dylan Bundy, the Royals, pitched well, and Pivetta as well.
Okay.
And we go to the National League. Sandy Alcantara was pitching well. Miles Michaelis, Tyler Anderson, Joe Musgrove, Carlos Rodon, Aaron Nola, and Sandy. And yeah. And the American League Pitcher of the Week, Robbie Ray, against the Angels. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. He's really playing well. 2 strong starts against great teams like Houston. Maybe not so great against the Angels, but he has a 4.25 ERA now, so definitely stepped down from what it was at the beginning of the year. And the NL Pitcher of the Week, Miles Michaelis against Pittsburgh.
Yep.
8 innings, 8.2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run that was a not earned run. It was an error. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 129 pitches, 1 strike away from a no-hitter. Cal Mitchell hit a ground rule double as a pinch hitter, so really impressive stuff. Sandy and Pivetta also had 2 great weeks. So overall, Robbie Ray wins it. Hold on. Robbie Ray wins the award. Robbie Ray wins the AL Pitcher of the Week. Miles Michaelis wins the NL Pitcher of the Week, and Ryan Mountcastle wins the AL Hitter of the Week, and Paul Goldschmidt wins the NL Hitter of the Week. So yeah,
very cool.
Solid.
That's our show for today. I think.
That's right.
53 minutes.
Under an hour.
You love to see shows under an hour because then my computer doesn't take 80 years to process them.
You're welcome.
This will be up later today. There might be music next time. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the Angels win. The Angels gotta sweep the
That means
Royals
we get
here.
money.
Or or you will never see me again if the Angels don't sweep the Royals.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Jack.
No, you won't get rid of me. I'll get rid of myself.